Is AOC the worst congressperson ever? Well, yes, she is. She's been an absolute disaster ever since she got elected. What has it been 4 years now that she's been a congressperson? And I cannot think of any one thing that she has done good for her district. Now, she did keep out a bunch of Amazon jobs. That was fantastic. Was it 1,400 jobs that they would have stuck in her district? And she fought tooth and nail to keep that out, because if you keep them poor and stupid, then they'll keep voting you into office. And apparently that's what AOC wants. But AOC now, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and read off this title here. This is fantastic. Red Light District Representative AOC called out for ignoring crime cleanup on her turf. I love that. Red Light District Representative AOC, because that's what she is. I'm going to start calling her Red Light AOC. And this is absolutely, this just gets absolutely worse as it keeps going on, because now they're starting to refer to her district as a third world country because of the crime and the prostitution. And of course, AOC, as usual, nowhere to be found, because AOC doesn't care about that district. All she cares about is they keep voting for her to fund her lavish lifestyle. She's done absolutely nothing, not one thing to help the people in her district. And the thing that amazes me is I have watched town hall after town hall of her in her district, and the people just yelling and screaming at her that she's literally doing nothing. And then they turn right around and vote her back in. Isn't that the very definition of insanity? Because that's the only thing I can break it down to, is that these people are literally insane, or they love living in a destitute situation. So therefore, they keep bringing in Red Light AOC. So I'm going to read some of this article here, because this is absolutely fascinating to me, that somebody who is in that position absolutely cares nothing about the people in her district or her district at all. So a massive police crackdown on crime in the Defund the Police advocate Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's district, which had descended into a lawless cesspool of open-air prostitution, robberies, and illegal vending, is being held as proof that more policing results in less crime and not the other way around. Now, how many geniuses did it take to figure that one out? Brilliant. Who knew putting more police on the streets would lower crime? Who knew that? Well, apparently none of the liberals knew that, because they all fought to defund the police, every one of them. I'm not really sure what they were thinking, or honestly, I'm not really sure even if they have the ability to think anymore. This is why they lost the election. They're completely off the range. They're unhinged. They're a half a bubble off center. Their elevator does not go to the top floor, and they are literally not the brightest bulb in the box full of very unbright bulbs. It's the damnedest thing I've ever seen. And it just keeps going on, and it gets absolutely better with the stupidity that is going on through AOC and her district. So it goes on talking, and then a comment comes up. Adams' press secretary, she says she hasn't even reached out for an update on the operation because she does not care. Our office has relationships with local leaders, but in this case, she has really been radio silent because she does not care. I've been saying this for years. AOC is only there for the paycheck and for her glamorous life and what little bit of fame she can get off of it. She would be equally as good or equally as worthless as a TikTok influencer star, because that's about what she is. How she remains in Congress is absolutely beyond me. I've watched her when they're doing hearings and her start to ask questions, and she asks the most idiotic questions of every single congressperson up there, to where I'm just sitting there with my mouth agape thinking, how? How? This is the same person who bashed Elon Musk for what he was doing and got rid of her Tesla, and then started celebrating the Tesla she had that was not made by, the EV that she had that was not made by an evil dictator like Elon Musk, and it was a Volkswagen. That's AOC. That's how bright this girl truly is. Doesn't even know her own history, and yet has no problem making completely ignorant statements like she constantly makes. So Fox News reaches out to her. Ocasio-Cortez did not respond to Fox News Digital for comment on this story or other similar stories on the crime crisis along Roosevelt Avenue in Queens. She has not made any recent social media comments about the crime there or the subsequent police crackdown. In 2023, she and other progressive Democrats took part in a rally in support of illegal vendors in the neighborhood, insisting they should be given licenses to operate. And this is what she wants, because keep them stupid, keep them high, and they will keep voting for you. Absolutely amazing to me. The immigrant-heavy area has been plagued by crime and the unsavory sight of illegal vendors overrunning sidewalks, selling unlicensed food and hawking secondhand merchandise, scenes that garnered comparisons to third world country conditions. Others have said scores of prostitutes who have been openly soliciting themselves on sidewalks are akin to a red light district. The prostitutes have been known to chat up men on the sidewalks and bring them into massage parlors or shuttered stores for sex. Nearly 300 buildings have been inspected, resulting in 18 vacant orders and 2 locations padlocked by the New York City Sheriff's Office for illegal cannabis sales. More than 520 vendors have been inspected, resulting in 94 propane tanks confiscated and more than 15,000 pounds of food taken off of the streets. Elsewhere, 464 vehicles have been confiscated, including 419 illegal two-wheeled vehicles and ATVs. The Queens District Attorney's Office told Fox News Digital that 62 people have been charged with prostitution and 15 locations have been shut down. This is absolutely amazing to me. This is sad. It is pathetic. And this is AOC. I don't know how else to say this. This is what you all get when you vote for incompetence, because AOC is incompetent. And she, like I said, the only thing I can think of that she's ever done for her constituents is knock them out of 1,400 good-paying jobs. Now, you might say, well, Amazon is not a good-paying job. Well, as opposed to the jobs they have now in that district, they're excellent-paying jobs. But it amazes me that AOC continues to get elected into office. If this is not further proof that AOC cares nothing about her constituents, she cares nothing about America and its borders. All she cares about is her glamorous lifestyle and the little bit of fame that she has from being a congressperson. And like I said, she would be equally as effective as she is now had she been a TikTok influencer. Then maybe she could go up there and show people how to make drinks and dance around and, barely nothing while she's making drinks, and she would probably be equally as effective. This is absolutely sad to me. I can't believe that this is a story that I actually read, that nobody is doing anything about this, that the other people in Congress, and then granted, it's not their job, but at one point you think somebody would step up and say, hey, AOC, your district is a shithole. It is a cesspool. It is overridden with crime and prostitution. Maybe you should quit partying down in Miami, and maybe you should do something to clean up your district. Because right now, it is literally a third world country. And while these people suffer, and they're out here doing whatever they can, on the street, selling off, illegal goods to try to make a dime because there's no jobs in AOC's district, AOC's living the good life. She's going to galas. She's going to balls. She's jet-setting around the United States, eating at fine restaurants, drinking fine wines in $10,000 dresses, while all the people in her district suffer. Good job, New York. Please, whatever you do, when her term comes back up again, vote her back in again. That would be the smartest thing you could possibly do. I mean, because for the love of God, who wants to improve their life when you can live in squalor under AOC?